So, it's been literal months ever since I've uploaded something on my YouTube channel, due to circumstances out of my control. From the business and stress of being in college to my boarding house's walls being so goddamn paper thin that you can hear people having sex. And yes, me and my brother had to suffer the hardship when he was visiting. Anyways, now that I'm back home and with lots of free time, I figured that in order to promote them on more and revitalize this channel, I've decided that every month I will make videos that will compile every preview that I've posted within the Discord, which you should join by the way, as well as yap about ideas that I've been thinking about adding to the mod as of this point in time, which will start today.
Now, before we start, this will probably be news to certain people, especially to those who played back when this mod was a Bedrock Edition add-on and only that, so I'm going to announce this again. Prehistoric has moved to Java 1.12.2 around 2 years ago. Yeah, I made an entire video about it, but it's still news to certain people for some goddamn reason, even up to this day, so there it is. In the last update, I made it so that all creatures have around up to 3 attacks or actions, called moves, similar to in Pokemon or Palworld by the way, which, while different between different creatures, is basically the same for that type of creature no matter how many times you spawn it. Well, right now I'm designing to make it so that the kinds of moves for a certain kind of creature are more randomized, which means that no two creatures may share the same set of moves. And to that end, this meant more moves for different creatures. Soon I plan to make it so that from your party or creature box, you can change the moves for your creatures, like in Pokemon Legends Arceus or Palworld. While previous versions of the mod had it for certain creatures, it was only for a select few, and the kinds of blocks that can be broken was pretty arbitrary for some reason. I had no idea what I was thinking back when I decided that block break tiers were to be divided into generally dirt, wood, stone, and iron, and arbitrarily assigned the different blocks, so here's what happened in this new update. All creatures can now break blocks based on mining level and tool type in the config files, and this will make it less of a hassle for me to decide which blocks creatures should break or not. Next is how block breaking can be done. In the aforementioned previous levels, it was always on, and this could be pretty annoying, especially for a voxel game with breakable blocks all around the place, so I made it so you had to toggle it on or off. And finally, well guess what? I made it so that creatures can now break blocks while trying to chase you. This will be mainly for enforcing better base building methods because, well, why not? And also horizontally. They'll do it vertically too. As of the last update, in order to render the models into the game, this mod uses GeckoLib, which lets you render Minecraft Bedrock models in Java Edition. And while it's pretty good at that, there's some things it still lacks. The creatures are prehistoric, for instance, have multiple hitboxes, but they don't tend to move with the animations of the creature and neither do the right positions, which tend to be pretty annoying. And there's also the fact that GeckoLib for 1.12.2 doesn't even have support for projectiles. This is where a brand new mod I'm making comes in, Rift Library. It's a fork of the 1.12.2 version of GeckoLib with support for dynamic hitbox positions, dynamic right positions, and even support for projectiles and projectile models. I even made a Blockbench plugin, which can be downloaded from GitHub to help with visualizing the hitboxes and exporting them. And yes, once this update releases, you may feel free to use both the mod and the plugin for your own mods. The current UIs aren't the best visually nor functionally, as they tend to be really janky to navigate through. And this is going to be one of the many improvements that will be made in the next update. And how? Well, unfortunately, the default UI system given by Forge isn't the best, but I'm gonna try anyway. I've been thinking about adding another dependency, which is gonna be modular UI, to make the UI creation process much easier. And yes, adding another one is okay still as of this point. It only has 2 dependencies as of the last update, and 3 is still small after all. 4 will be when it will be overkill. I'm also thinking of adding to the side of the screen a party tab, and the ability to summon or dismiss creatures to there without having to open the party menu like in Cobblemon. With the mod still adding creatures that are in the last Bedrock version before I decide to ditch it, this is gonna be inevitable. The Tyrannosaurus is gonna be the creature that will be added in the new update alongside all the aforementioned stuff. And in case y'all forgot what it was capable of doing, its main gimmick back in the Bedrock version was to hypnotize carnivorous creatures and monsters and make them fight for it. But there will be one big change. It'll be nerfed. This nerf will make it so that it can no longer hypnotize other carnivorous creatures, but it'll still be able to hypnotize monsters like zombies and such. Sure, maybe a shame, but that's mostly because I felt that the ability to hypnotize creatures wouldn't sit well with the new party system, especially with how I plan to make it so that anything hypnotized by a Tyrannosaurus can accompany it in the party and will appear or disappear when summoned or dismissed, respectively.
So, yeah, that's all for this devlog for this month. And guess what? Bye bye for now. Peace.